Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan, brilliant scientist, trusted colleague, nuclear spy.
There's no doubt that A.Q. Khan has made the world a much more dangerous place. He's made it much more likely that a terrorist group could one day get their hands on the nuclear bomb.
Khan's master plan: to steal Europe's nuclear secrets. Build an atomic bomb for Pakistan.
This is it.
And set up a smuggling network to sell those secrets on to Middle Eastern states, from Libya to Iran.
It's very dangerous if Iran gets the bomb. And let me just add, if there had been no A.Q. Khan, we would not have a crisis now.
The cost would be in the region of $100 million US.
Of course, we will pay.
This was one-stop shopping. This was everything from enrichment of uranium to the actual warhead design.
A nuclear network reaching as far as North Korea.
I will not stand by as peril draws closer and closer. The United States of America will not permit the world's most dangerous regimes to threaten us with the world's most destructive weapons.
But the West did too little, too late.
It could have been stopped, without any doubt in my mind. I think it's one of the biggest failures in history. So we're all going to pay the price.
The mastermind behind the biggest global nuclear smuggling ring, A.Q. Khan, is accused of being the most dangerous man in the world. Khan is not permitted to tell his own story, and in this film he is played by an actor. "35 years ago, Pakistani scientist Abdul Khan set out on a path to power and notoriety. He got a job at Europe's largest civilian atomic research consortium, Urenco. He was soon well liked by his colleagues.
A.Q. Khan was obviously a very bright metallurgist. He was more than that. He was someone who was easy to get on with, and he was someone who we believed you could rely upon.
Urenco's thousands of gas centrifuges provide the uranium fuel for Europe's nuclear power stations. Centrifuges can also enrich uranium for use in an atomic bomb. Known to the Pakistani Secret Service as Agent Karim, Khan was on a spying mission. He was forbidden access to all classified material, but security was lax.
Good evening, Dr. Khan. Working late?
No, I'm just writing to my family in Pakistan. You see, they're always complaining. They never see or hear from me.
Okay. I'll see you on the way out.
Yes.
Still unsuspected, Khan flew to Pakistan at Christmas 1975. He took with him his Dutch wife and their 2 young children. He wrote to his employers saying he had contracted yellow fever, and then he never came back. And it would take the Dutch years to discover what Khan had stolen and why. The young nation of Pakistan had recently suffered a crushing defeat by India. Khan's own family were Muslim refugees from India, and he looked to the Islamic Republic as a safe haven. Khan vowed his country would never be humiliated again.
A.Q. Khan was motivated by a fierce patriotism, fierce nationalism, a desire to defend his home country of Pakistan. And he saw delivering Pakistan the atomic bomb as a means to delivering Pakistan's security. That was his original motivation, protecting his own country.
Pakistan's leader, President Bhutto, swore the nation must have the bomb, even if it meant the people had to eat grass to pay for it. It was a terrifying prospect. An atomic arms race in one of the world's most volatile regions. The next war between India and Pakistan could lead to a nuclear holocaust with global fallout. In 1976, Bhutto gave Khan instructions to find a location for a top-secret research facility. The code name was Project 706. Khan chose Kahuta in the foothills of the Himalayas.
This is it. This is where we will build the plant.
His task, to deliver Pakistan's nuclear bomb, the first in the Islamic world. Khan has since told his biographer how he built the Kahuta plant from scratch, relying on foreign suppliers.
I took full advantage of the willingness of Western companies to do business and decided to buy from the open market.
And there were plenty of takers, nuclear profiteers, happy to exploit the lax export regulations in exchange for a fat profit.
Perfect times. They begged us to purchase their goods. And for the first time, the truth of the saying, they would sell their mothers for money, dawned on me. We purchased whatever we required. When are you coming to Pakistan?
His next step, to create fuel for a bomb. Khan needed to smuggle centrifuge parts out from the West. Khan's agents made contact with German businessman Gotthard Lerck. In this film, all dramatizations of members of the Khan network are based on intelligence reports and legal documents.
These are the details of what we require.
There should not be a problem. We supply this technology to many customers.
And delivery? Will you have any problem with exporting these goods?
No, this will not be an issue. We require no special permission from our government.
Much nuclear technology is dual use, usable for peaceful purposes or for the bomb. A loophole Khan often exploited. Such deals were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to Lurk's company. And with contacts all over Europe, Khan's bomb project rapidly accelerated.
They were operating throughout Western Europe, to some degree in the Middle East. They had people all over the place. It involved a number of businessmen, friends of A.Q. Khan's from his days in Holland and Germany, and many, many others. You know, they would purchase things using false end users, multiple transshipment points to disguise the fact of the ultimate destination being Pakistan. It was a very sophisticated operation.
In the 1980s, the Dutch Secret Service launched an inquiry into Khan. His former colleagues at Urenco realized the enormity of his betrayal.
He took the drawings of at least 2 designs of centrifuge from the Netherlands. He took them together with the lists of European suppliers who he knew then he could go back to and very quickly get the necessary raw materials, components and equipment.
In 1983, the Dutch charged Khan with nuclear espionage. Khan protested his innocence to the press.
It was the most concerted and vicious campaign ever launched against anybody since the Second World War. I was presented as a fanatic Muslim devil, a James Bond or a Dr. No or whatnot. The Dutch initiated a false and concocted case against me without my knowledge.
The Dutch sentenced Khan to 4 years in jail. But in a curious turn of events, the legal papers were never served correctly, and Khan was acquitted on a technicality. He continued to defy the West.
Whatever we achieved at Kahuta is purely due to our own hard work, 100% Pakistani effort, and no foreigner has helped us in any capacity.
By 1985, Western intelligence already knew what Kahuta really was. A CIA report from that year has been recently declassified. Pakistan has had personnel and facilities dedicated to the pursuit of a nuclear weapons capability since 1971. These resources are involved in the design, fabrication, and testing of high explosives and nuclear weapons parts. The West pressured Pakistan to cease their nuclear program. Khan retaliated with a blunt letter to the German press.
I would like question this bloody holier-than-thou attitudes of the Americans and the British. These bastards are the God-appointed guardians of the world to stockpile hundreds of thousands of nuclear warheads and have the God-given authority to carry out explosions every month. And if we start a modest program, we are the Satans, the devils.
Khan had thwarted European justice, but Western intelligence continued to follow him on his travels. One of his frequent destinations was particularly alarming. China.